Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Season 2 first of Viewer Game Analysis. We're going to be looking at an Anubis in this game. He went mid-lane, he goes 4-14-7. He's currently a qualifier. How do you think I played? I was absolutely disgusting. Aha, I could have played so much better. Okay, what aspects of the game did you struggle with? Fights and warding. What aspects of the game did you feel comfortable with? Farming and item building, team fights occasionally too. Alright, well, we'll look through the start of the game. We might try and do the whole game actually and just see as it is. The first one of the season. We'll discuss a little bit about item purchases and stuff like that if we see anything obvious, but because it's, the new meta, so to speak, items have changed, builds have changed, what to rush has changed to an extent. So anything is technically viable in a weird way. Anubis at the moment has seen a little bit more play. I'm not really seeing him in the ranked boys though yet, but if you're good at him, you should play him. What you should be doing in these waves, is basically walking up to them and using your one on the back of the minions. He's not going to be able to clear the... Agony can't clear the waves quicker than an Anubis can, and so it puts lane pressure on him. But what you're doing is you're playing this so passive that he's getting the pressure on the whole time. Just walk up and one the whole wave. So you're looking to do it now, but you should have done that immediately. You could have just started your one at the buff, but now this next wave coming in, you should be doing the same thing. So... your autos here are fine, but now once the wave's here, just walk up and one it. Instead, you back off and you use your 3. So it gives him lane pressure again, allows him to push the minions down. If you would have just used your 1 here, you would have cleared the whole wave, and then he would have had a whole lane pressure on him. And your decision there to use the 1, obviously you're going to get stunned out, you've got to respect that. Just walk up and 1 next time. Use a lot of pressure in the end. So we've got all in potential, we're good on mana, we're good on HP right now. Mid-harpies are about to spawn in 15 seconds, I guess you're not going to go back to base. You need to recognise mid-harpies are available right now. If they're going to go right, you need to go left. If they're going to go left, then you need to choose when you're going to fight, because Carly's over there. 4 seconds. 4 seconds, boys. 4 seconds. Carly's going in, what are you doing? Nothing. Big camps. Okay, so you get mids, that's fine. Takes you a little while longer than you probably wanted to. You should be looking for an all-in situation if you can with your Mummify combo. You're in a lot of trouble there. Ooh, the 3 miss! You gotta land them. Sorry, the 2. You've gotta land the Mummifies if you're gonna play Anubis. It's very, very important for you to land them. Okay, so everyone's down. You've got 1 mana pot online. Do you want to go back to base here? Good call. You could have done that a little bit earlier, but it's fine. Back to base, boots 2, Aegis 1. Okay, Aegis isn't too bad. Probably would have looked at bees just to get rid of silence, to get rid of stun from Agony, but Aegis boys. Showed him a lot of respect in this lane. You've allowed Agony out of the early game problems that he can have against you, instead of putting the pressure on. Uh-oh. Laser beams! Not going to be enough. Okay, so if you had beads there, you probably would have lived. That's the first thing to know. Like, this aggression here is fine. This is the next wave, isn't it? The aggression was good, you get outside. You should have probably just backed up now. Should have just backed up. You realised Agony was coming in. If you would have picked up beads instead of Aegis, you could have survived this. Either here. Right now, if you just had beads, you could have walked away. Instead, you can't get out, so you have to turn and fight. And that's the end of your life. No wards picked up though, you went for more sustain. Get the Mummify off! Gotta land that Mummify. Gotta land that Mummify. Uh-oh, rip the dream. Beads would save you there too. We ever gonna use this Aegis? We ever gonna use this Aegis? We ever gonna use the Aegis? Aegis! Go. The dream of surviving. I like the fact you rotated our lane to check the harpies as well though. That was good. Plus, don't show yourself in lane when nothing's on. Now you're going to get ganked here, you've got no wall coverage. You don't have anything to get yourself out of this. Aegis? Okay, Tree. If we're going to grab an Aegis, okay, if we're going to grab an Aegis, we need to use the Aegis. That's the important thing. You're going to grab the Aegis, you have to use it. By not using the Aegis, you're just wasting gold. Wasting gold. That's the biggest issue. Oh, there's multiple times in this engagement here where you could have Aegis to get yourself out of it. Let's see. At least to relieve some damage. Not now. Not now. Now! Now! Now you can Aegis. Now you can Aegis. Now you can Aegis. You Aegis, they say tower range more, Carly can collapse a little bit. It may not have saved you, but I still think beads would have been better for you. Beads would have got you out of a lot more stickier situations. Like beads and combat blink is what I advise on Anubis, honestly, to keep yourself alive. Let's see how you deal with this one. Oh. We're going back in. Oh, we gotta land these mummifies tree! I think you've missed every mummify so far. Every single mummify has been missed. And unfortunately, that's causing you so many issues now. You're trying to stay in this game. He's got to get you further and further behind. I'm guessing you're going to go back and continue working on your beads and Aegis again, which you probably shouldn't do at this point. You need to just start farming. You get caught at the red. That's not really your fault about getting caught. The war coverage is slack as a team, though. And I've not seen you pick up a ward yet. Hopefully, we actually see you get one now. No, we don't. You just save the gold and come back saying, really, look at dropping the health potion here. I mean, you're already level 10. You've got sustain because of your passive. You should probably be looking here to do that. And don't be scared to just mummify him. He's right in front of you. It feels like you wait for too long every single time to on those mummifies. Every single time, like, the stuff directly in your face, you kind of wait too long. There's no patience. Focus on farm. Right, there's nothing coming here, Tree. There's nothing actually going on. God Fury is still standing, but there's not a whole lot you can do here. You still want to farm. You actually, right now, if you check out Agni, you're how many levels behind? 2 levels behind right now. He's 3-0 and 2. What should you be doing? You should probably be going back here and getting these harpies on the back side here, and look for the harpies on this side as well. Go pick those ones up. You've got the team to be able to defend the God Fury for the time, and you can turn up late to the party. You don't have to be there straight away. I'd probably go and pick them up. You're looking for farm. You're looking for as much farm as possible. Farm, farm, farm. Good, good, good. Now rotate, now rotate, now rotate. They're going to die anyway. What we're waiting for. Get the rotation going. Keep an eye on the positioning. You've got no wards. Oh, that was unlucky, see? Okay, we're going to teach you two things. Two things off this that you'll be able to learn quite quickly, okay? Two quick things to pick up. Right now, you know there's a ward here because you just stepped out here. This was 11-12. You know there's a ward round here, which is... Where is it? I know there's a ward here. I just can't see it now for some reason. It's on the minimap. It's right there on the minimap and I can't actually see it. Okay, whatever. But there's a ward right there. There's a ward right there. And you know this because he does this. He does this, so he knew you were coming. So that tells you there's a ward. Okay? This engagement goes on for a while. Yada, 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 yada. Yada, 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 yada. Yada, yada. And then this happens. There's the ward, by the way. We can now see it. Then this happens. You're looking for a pick on Agni because you're getting vision because of the ward you've got a Golf Fury, right? So you wait for the pick on him, but he has a ward on you. He knows you're coming in here. So, you should know that he knows you're there. It was unfortunate you missed that, but you should have had an understanding he had an idea you were there. You went for the full combo, it's unfortunate. And then you're going to pay with your life as well. If you want to go into these sort of games and you want to start playing competitive and playing in leagues, you want to be buying wards. Buying 0 wards in this game is not good whatsoever. I don't even know what the whole team's at here. 1 second. I checked the wrong button there. What's the whole team out here? Let's just check them out quickly. Should have been able to do this without this, but I'm forgetting the wards place because I feel like your team's had no wards this game already. Only Athena's placed wards and Rama. He plays none. None. At 13 minutes in, Athena's overwarding because you guys are underwarding. That's the scary thing about this game. Overwarding because you're underwarded. See, you're watching the fight a lot more than you should be, instead of just throwing out these mummifies going for full combo. Go, 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 mummify! Yes! Combo breaker! Oh, you didn't throw your 3 down. 2, 1, 3, or 3, 2, 1. 3, 2. Wow, 3, 2, 4. Or 2, 3, 4. Like they were both available then. Mummify. Good. Good damage. Not really much follow up. Go back out again. That was alright. We channeled in on the enemy gods too much. That's your issue here. You channeled in on the enemy gods and not on the farm as much. Oh, we can jump here. One dead. And you didn't use beads or aegis yet. You've still not used them. Next things to talk about. Let's not be doing this. Okay? Let's not be doing this sort of build here. I don't want to see you not finishing items before you move on to the next one. Starting off with the tiny trinket there is fine. If you're going to continue working the enchanting trinket into Bancrofts, do that. But don't start buying like another tiny trinket for a little bit more sustain, and a little bit more power, and then leaving it there and then working on something else for some penetration. Stick with your item choices and try and build them up first. It's not going to work out well for you trying to go for this sort of build. It doesn't matter whether it's Season 2 or Season 1, this will not work out. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop this one here anyway, just to talk through this with you. Tree, honestly, let's look at two things first of all. You bought Aegis 2 and Beads 2 early on in the game. That together is 1,200 golds worth of money spent. You could have worked on Bancrofts by now. Actually, that's not going for Bancrofts at all. I'm not sure where that's going. You could have gone for Bancrofts by now and had that finished with that 1,200 gold. You could have completed whatever item that was going to be with that 1,200 gold. In 18 minutes of the game, that was the first time you used that Beads and Aegis. So why buy them if you're not going to use them? Buy wards instead. Buy wards instead. Instead of buying that Beads and Aegis because you died and you think you needed them for defense, well, you kind of did, but you didn't use them. Why not buy the wards instead so you can see those ganks coming in? Stop channel focusing. That's what I feel you're doing. You channel focus on. You telegraph your abilities too much, okay? I can see that you're looking for a mummify by the way you're positioning yourself and not killing minions. Kill the minions, kill the minions, kill the minions, get farmed. Look for the mummify when possible and make sure you learn your combo. That game as a whole wasn't great for you. I think you messed yourself up in the early laning phase as well, just because you didn't stand in the right positions and put the pressure on Agni. And then you didn't ward up for yourself either, so that always caused you issues as well, Tree. I think you should be better than that. I don't think you're that bad, honestly, but that game didn't look great from your point of view. You are in qualifying right now. I don't think your qualifying is going to go very well if you don't buy wards, like let alone if you don't buy wards. Not just the itemization you're doing, and not just the way you played the lane. You need to really work a little bit more on this, and think a little bit more about how you're going to position yourself in lane, how you clear the minions out, what you're positioning, and also make sure you ward. But hopefully, Tree, it gives you some sort of help. You can see the mistakes that you made, like quite obviously, and then learn from it as well. Good luck in the next game, though. That was our first one of Season 2.